truckheads.
Like this, Michael. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? What is up, everybody?
That's custom music, bro.
That is.
It's the Truckheads.
It was just written for us.
Tommy, Joey, Amy, Tina.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Mrs. Javier.
What's
Hey, your
up?
mom's out there today.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad she made it.
Mrs. Javier. Good to see
Guys,
you all.
I am Hobtastic, Captain Hobtastic, and this is the dude, and welcome to another episode of
Truckheads.
Thank
What
you,
would
everybody, for joining us today.
Is that one of those like shoe polish things that you carry with you, to buff your shoes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You buffing your face
I
when
don't,
you started?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have anything with me today.
And do you use teeth whiteners?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. The little strips
So do I. It's called coffee.
that turns your teeth a nice, beautiful caca brown.
Caca brown. Caca brown? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Caca brown.
Is today Monday?
Yeah. Heute ist Montag.
Should we not be saying dates on what
Dates.
what the date is
I like
today?
dates.
Or what
is
day
it?
it is, since we're posting a different day?
Because usually we post on Wednesdays, but we record it. Well, we record it whenever we can.
We record whenever we want, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I want. Gosh.
It's a friggin' 12 gauge. What do you think?
Hey, speaking of
I
that,
thought you were going to say,
I want to go get some tots. I want to go get some tots after this
Give me your tots.
because I'm really hungry. But we gotta do this show, and then we're gonna go get
Did
some
you
food.
know that a license,
Gun license?
a CDL license,
Oh, a CDL license. Okay.
is a license to drive, but it doesn't mean you can.
No truer words have been spoken. Well, that goes
You
for
know what I
any
mean?
license.
I
Just
guess
a normal
it's-
driver's license. There's people out there who do not belong on the road, who have a valid driver's license. How they got that
Yeah.
is beyond me. I don't know.
I mean, we're kind of talking about just because you can doesn't mean you necessarily should.
Right.
Or if you want to, just getting the license or piece of paper that says you're now certified to do it doesn't mean you really know what you're doing.
No.
Right?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I guess it also depends on who's doing the certifying.
Well, 100% it does, right? Right. But I mean, as individuals, we are called by a higher power, Christ, God.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To actually be,
Prudent.
well, yeah, prudent, but also do it with excellence, right?
Everything that you do.
So that brings us to our point, which we have a
Jeez.
point.
Yeah.
There is a point to this show.
Always.
I'm waiting for the crowd to go, yay, we're getting to the point. So this is the point. This is the point. We're getting to the point. There it is. Proverbs 18:15. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Right?
Right.
So you got to get it, and you need to understand it.
Right.
Right?
So people will give you the knowledge. Well, give you the information. I don't know about. So what's the difference between knowledge and information? Because knowing something, right, and understanding it are two different things, correct? Like you can agree.
Well,
with
understanding it and having the intelligence to apply it.
that. Right.
Wisdom,
Well, because
wisdom
it's the wisdom of it.
to be able to apply
Right.
it.
Because you can go to school and learn all the things.
Right.
But if you don't know how to apply that, then it's completely useless.
100% right. And some of that is learning you have the intellectual part of the courses, the CDL courses. You go to
Mhm.
these schools and you learn these things and you can regurgitate it. But do you really understand what it means? Right.
Right.
And you understand that when you're backing, if you do this and the cab does that, then the trailer goes this way and that. But now you got to get the physical and drive it.
Right.
Right. So if
Which
you're,
comes with experience also.
yeah.
Because you have to, like, okay, for example, my son, we're teaching him to drive right now.
Yeah.
And he's doing all his classes and his coursework, all the desk stuff.
Yeah.
But then you have to send him out and apply what
Right.
he's learned out in the real world. Or else, if you can learn all this stuff in school, great. But once you get behind the wheel, it's a whole different ballgame.
That's 100%.
I mean, completely.
And that's just
just
a car.
learning the feel of the feel of it, of driving.
That's 100% right.
And that's just like you said, that's just a car. That's just four wheels, and it weighs 6,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds.
So here's and everybody, the other part of this is speed, right? They want to get that knowledge, right? Just the CDL is the beginning. It's not the end, right? And you get these courses out there, the 10,000 that have already been removed, and there's many more that need to be removed that the FMCSA caused to be there in the beginning.
Yikes, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Aren't they the ones that are accredited or certified in the schools?
Yeah. So were the ELDs. They were self certified, and now they're pulling all those off the shelf too because they're complete BS.
They're cleaning up.
Yeah, they're cleaning up. I mean, the CDLs were actually, there's that whole scam which we can get into later, or not CDLs, the ELDs,
right?
The ELDs and that whole scam. But CDLs is the same thing, right? Get your certification in 4 weeks. 4 weeks, you won't understand shit, but we'll sign off this thing, right? And then we're going to pay off the actual CDL certifiers $5,000 so you can get your CDL, whether you know anything or not, and go out there and hopefully make some money before.
So that was the fraud that they were doing.
Yeah.
So okay, so the FMSCA came in. FMCSA came in, and they were. Okay, we accredited all these schools. Yeah, we approved them. Yeah, but then we realized, okay, this is all a bunch of baloney.
Well, they set the standards.
We need to go back and cut them.
Pretty much.
So they had to admit that they had to admit, hey, we messed up.
No, they didn't do that. They're just taking credit for going in and
cleaning up
stuff up.
So they're cleaning up the mistake they made from the beginning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that they caused. Well, but that's not the point of this anyways. The point of this really is drivers out there and carriers out there. It is your responsibility as godly people and what we're called to do things with excellence and be responsible for what you're doing.
Do everything with excellence.
Do everything with excellence. And this is one of those things where, holy crap, I'm not talking about just how do I, put in a screened porch, which I'm screening in like 2 walls from my porch, right? It's pretty cheap, but you got to learn how to do it right.
Right.
You don't want it to look janky and like crap.
Right.
Right. So you learn how to do it. Well, this is not only being a poor driver that people around you are going to go, man, where'd you get your driver? This guy can't, and honking at you and like, hey, dude, you know how to merge, that type of stuff. No, you kill people with 80,000 pounds driving down the road.
Yeah. It's a mistake that you can't afford.
No.
Well, it's a thing here. Like every driver, like I'm sure you agree with this, because we've talked about this before, is like people get their driver's license that should not be on the road. Mm-hmm. They get their driver's license. I don't know how they pass. I seriously, like when I see these people drive, like, how did you even get a driver's license?
Maybe there's some of this going on.
Maybe there is, because I'm talking like, dude, what are you doing? You can't do that. They drive terrible. And also, not only that, but then you get into like the age. Okay, this is another thing, a gripe, and I might catch some flack for this. But once you get to a certain age, up in the years, there needs to be, I think, in my opinion, like a re-up type of thing where you got to pass the test again. Because you got to know, are you competent still to operate a motor vehicle? Now, you have people who are in their older ages, they're elderly, their reaction times are slower and everything.
No, you're
terrible.
Not wrong.
Now,
you're not wrong.
Think about an 18-wheeler. Like you're getting a driver's license to this, let's
say
this
guy,
21-year-old kid, and his brain isn't fully developed still, or
I
whatever.
knew this guy in Florida, right? He was an engineer, electrical engineer, very smart guy. And he had this intellectual curiosity, and he did the math, and he was like, do you realize that if you take all the stats on dementia and all that kind of thing, and average age of the driver in Florida, that at any given time, like 33% of the drivers in Florida don't even know where they're at or what their name is.
Where am I? Who am I?
It's sad, but it's
what
true.
am I doing here?
The point is this, dude, and I'm not blaming drivers, because again, it's just like the illegal immigrants, right? Most of them that came over are not coming over for nefarious reasons, right?
Right.
They're trying to better themselves.
Sure.
It's the land of milk and honey.
I mean, it's
America.
America.
It's paved in gold. They're coming to, and they come in here, and then we shortchanged them by allowing them to circumvent the systems and get in here illegal. And then we go, okay, look, you can drive a truck in 4 weeks. What? We didn't do them any service, and we sure as hell didn't do ourselves any service.
Nope.
And we didn't do any service for the drivers out there doing it right every day. God bless you, and may God bless every mile you drive. They're the ones telling you and I when we go out and talk, Here's how you do it. Get the people off the streets that can't drive and fix the CDL schools, right? And this portion of this that I want to impart, that we're trying to impart, is look, the CDL is the beginning. You want to provide for your family. You want to get out there as fast as you can, right? I get it, man. So do I, right? I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do this, but you got to do it right. And God calls us to do it right. And you got to find a CDL school that's going to say, look, you're going to give us the money and invest in us. We take that seriously. We're going to teach you how to do this.
Well, there's these schemes all over the place, man. They take their money. Okay, it's in a lot of different industries. They they advertise 4 weeks, like you said, $25, get $2,500, start making $2,500 in 4 weeks. With CDL, they take their money, they do the bare minimum, and then they churn these out because to that school they see a class of, let's say, 6 people at $2,500 a pop, or whatever. What do they charge? Like
$2,500, whatever it is,
for a student, whatever. Let's say
$5,000 a pop.
Let's say $5,000 a pop. $5,000 a pop for you get your CDL. You got five people. That's $25,000 in those 4 weeks in a month, right?
Yeah.
So you're churning these people out. Hey, the more I can churn these people out, the more profit they're making.
100%.
I don't know. Are they competent? Yeah, sure. We covered the bare minimum.
Well, here's
they're not doing
the
their
CDL
due
school is
diligence.
never held for any of that stuff.
Exactly.
If the people went and they failed their next test, it wasn't the school's fault.
Right.
Nobody reported back and said, hey, the school only graduates at a 60% success rate when they actually go for their certification. Right. They don't do that stuff. None of that's there. There wasn't any liability coming back to the school.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And that's not the case with, like, let's say, for example, universities, right? When your kid's going to college and he's applying to different schools, it's based off of merit. It's based off of history of that school, right? Everybody wants to go to an Ivy League school because they have a history that they graduate a certain type of people there. The accreditation means something. That degree means something when you go to Harvard, when you go to Princeton, Brown, Cornell, MIT, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's a good school.
Yeah.
That's a great school. It's expensive, but it's a good school. Versus schools that are maybe not as well known or don't have a high graduating rate, whatever. It's the same thing here. People want to go to people just see the lucrative amount of, like, oh, I can make this much money. And they think, I guess every CDL school is the same. I guess CDL school is a CDL school, but it's not. You have to do your research.
You got to do your research,
man. Are they good,
man.
or are they not?
Are they going to teach you how to drive in different types of weather? Are they going to teach you trip planning, your hours of service, securing a load properly? Are they going to teach you that your stopping distances aren't correct? I mean, in real world, doing these things, right? Can you parallel park the sucker? Because you're going to have to do far worse than that.
Right, exactly.
I had to parallel park a Buick Roadmaster station wagon.
Oh my gosh!
Now,
with the wood panels on the side.
Yeah, that's probably a little harder than an actual 53-footer.
Sure, I'm sure.
No, it's not, obviously. But I mean, you got to understand it. Can you do alleyway delivery or deliveries and docking and that type of blindside type of stuff? How good are you at doing these things? These are the things that are coming out there. And if you really want to be a driver and an effective driver, you can make a lot of money and you can have a great career doing it. But you got to make sure you got the skills.
Right.
You got to have the skills, bro.
Yeah.
Are you going to go out there and feel confident that I can go out there and I can handle it?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
not in 4 weeks. You're not.
Well, look at the high school, right? It's the high school level. So I know I hear this a lot from the older generation because I grew up. I think when I grew up or when I went to high school, they were offering metal shop. They had like home ec,
wood shop, metal shop,
where they
automotive,
teach you, like. They teach you actual life skills.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of schools, like over the last thing, I graduated in year 2000, it's 2026, they've changed where they don't offer a lot of that stuff, where I think they should be teaching children the simplest of things, how to balance a checkbook, how to invest in, a portfolio, how to do all these things. Right. So, but they're still getting an education. They go and they get a diploma. They graduated high school. Now the quality of the education, that's the difference. So that's what we're saying here with CDL schools, is to do your due diligence for the place that you're getting your accreditation from or you're getting your license from is, let me look at the reviews. Let me look at who went to school there. Let me talk to some people that went to school there and they'll tell you, hey, you know what? They really didn't cover all that. And I went out into the real world really not knowing a whole lot,
And so you got to do that, right? But then you also have to realize that getting your CDL, going to a school, And getting certified means, okay, I've got the base knowledge to learn this profession.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah.
Right.
And that comes with time.
And that comes with time.
That comes with time.
And that comes with training and all that kind of stuff. So you need the strongest base that you possibly can.
So how much fraud is going on with that?
There's a ton of fraud
because
we touched on it, but we're talking about 10,000 schools so far in the last year and a half.
I want to circle back to
that are being removed.
You mean remove as in like shut down?
Yeah, like shut down 9,819 so far.
That's a lot.
Have been shut down. You got 423 more under review.
So those might be shut down too. They find to be lacking.
And when they're reviewing them, they're uncovering not only that they suck, but that they're just spitting you out because it's a numbers game, but they're also bribing people, which
for the license.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The license, which so then, you're having people that are completely unqualified to.
Yeah, but I mean, see, then that's where now you got people that are coming here that are struggling and they want to get a good job and stuff like that, and then they're faced with a choice, right? Okay, I take the long right way and really learn this profession and do it, but man, I got to make money now. I could give him the same amount of money and I can just get it today.
Right. But isn't that scary?
It's incredibly scary, and the rest of us should be like, yes, shut it down.
It's scary even for the person. Like, I would be terrified,
but
man.
It's desperation, bro.
Yeah,
desperation.
But see, like,
I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying
I know, but
motivation.
it's just crazy to me because, like, can you in full faith, if watchers out there, you're not a truck driver, can you in full faith have faith in yourself to be like, yeah, how hard can it be to drive this 18-wheeler, 80,000-pound truck? How hard can it be? I'm going to pay $5,000 for the CDL and call myself a trucker, get on the road, and just learn along the way. It's not one of those things that you can kind of like skirt along the way and I'll just learn on the road. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle and like, dude, come on. Like, I would be terrified. I'd be like, look, I'd get behind the wheel and just be like, okay, how do I do this? And let me ask, Chat GPT, how do you start this truck? How do you shift gears? Like,
yeah, but see, that's just knowledge. That's not wisdom. That's just knowledge, right? That's not intelligence. That's not how to do it. Like you said,
right?
You got these really smart people, but they can't open a door.
Yeah, right. It says pull or push.
Yeah, and I get that, but I've never done it before, right. And that's that's part. And people think, oh, it's how hard can it be, right? Well, I've had to drive them.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had to learn. I had to get to do all that stuff. Yeah. When I was in training and getting into LTL, I had to hook up pups, the 28-footers and stuff like that, use the GIF locks and do all that other kind of stuff and learn it. And it is very, very, I was a grown-ass man when I did it. It's still scary shit, right?
Yeah.
What I likened it to, telling other people, was, look, I can sit you at the base of a mountain and go, see that ski slope up there? It doesn't look that bad. When you're watching like downhill on the Olympics,
oh yeah,
it looks like they're on this nice slope. They're just cruising.
But from up there, it looks
you
pretty
go
daunting.
up there and look at it, you're like, holy crap.
Yeah, I'm not going to do
If I trip, I'm going to fall all the way to the bottom. It's that steep.
Right.
Right? That's what it is like in a truck.
Yeah. I've been inside them. I've done some photo shoots in them, taking some video stuff, for the Spartan guys. And you get in that truck and it's intimidating. It's massive. I mean, it's it's massive. You're in there. It's like you can live. People live in there. There's a bed in the back. So you got to operate that. I would be terrified without knowing and going to a school to really learn what I'm doing. So these people, like like you said, the fraud. Are these people that just keep failing the course? And like, you know what? Just pay me the money and I'll give you the CDL anyway because they're not passing their class. Is that kind of like the fraud that we're talking about here, or are they literally just giving these licenses to whoever Joe Schmo comes up from Nicaragua or whoever, South America? They need a job, they need something. Here's your CDL. I mean, is that the kind of fraud you think they're uncovering here?
No, yeah, all kinds of fraud like that. Here's the other things you got to go look. If you're a driver and you go out there, or you're a carrier and you're looking for drivers, you should hook up with a specific school is what you really should do. Investigate that school and go, smart. These schools here are good. I know what their program is. They're going to train these people the way I want them trained, or the way that we need them trained.
Right.
And that's what you should do. Right.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Will you vouch for them?
Yeah, that's what I would do. And really understand where those things are coming from. But they don't. You go to a school and the school says, look, hey, we're on the national registry. We're a training provider registered. We're registered.
That means
with our
nothing.
State. Doesn't mean anything. It means
nothing now.
Squat. It doesn't.
Let's say, what I heard? Okay, here's the thing. And, oh man, I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but the Better Business Bureau.
But BBB.
People have told me that it's a scam. It
It
used to
is a
mean
scam.
something. It used to mean something where you're like, hey, you have that little BBB accreditation on your business,
you
like on the
paid for
door.
it.
That means that, hey, oh wow, they're a good business. But now it's become where you pay your dues, you pay it. They give you this. It stopped again.
No, good.
Oh, you pay your dues, you get that little sticker, and as long as you pay up and you're in good standing, then you're a BBB certified business. So it really doesn't. It's lost its meaning of what it is now.
Well, look at this.
And
This
so
is
it's the same thing with being accredited.
this is what we're getting to. The FMCSA is going out there and cleaning up these schools.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Did they ever certify them to begin with? No, they don't. The FMCSA does not certify trucking schools. It says itself, we do not approve or certify training providers. They say, here's the curriculum.
They just have to register through them.
Yeah. They have the curriculum. They go to the state and say, hey, we've got the curriculum. They go, yep, you got the curriculum that the FMCSA says. Go. Nobody comes out and says you got the proper teachers or anything like that.
Well, no one comes and says
no.
no. So they don't do like an inspection of the school.
Yes, and it's very important that you understand it. And
so you and I can do that. This, we can go through paying for the FMCA.
Well, not here. We can't.
Oh, we can't.
No, Spartan CDL training's got real people. They're doing it the right way.
No, I'm talking about like, oh yeah, obviously. I'm talking about like you and I as a person. Like we're gonna start our own, the dude, Captain Hoptastic and the Dude Incorporated, where we teach you how to drive. Like as long as you pay for the curriculum, like we can start a little rinky-dink school. That's terrifying if that's true.
Yep, and that brings us to Proverbs 14:15, which basically
lay it on
us,
us,
dude. I'm going to tell you my terms. What it says, check it out. Don't believe what you see or read.
Right.
Go get the knowledge, get the wisdom, understand. When somebody says, hey, look, we're certified by the FMCSA. Oh, wow, I've heard of them. I'm going to be a CDL driver. They're the ones that make sure everything is cool.
And then they take you.
Did you just, yeah. Then you're screwed because guess what? They don't certify them. You got to understand what's going on. It's the fraud stuff.
Basically, that scripture says, do your due diligence.
That's right. And the new driver, you're the target. They need you.
You're the dollar sign.
You're the dollar sign.
Cha-ching, the-ching.
You're going to make $100,000 a year. You don't need much training. You're going to have it in 4 weeks. We guarantee that you're going to get a job. Most of the stuff is BS. Did you research that?
Just sign here.
Are you so desperate to get a job, which I freaking get? You want to go do it, but just a little bit of research and understanding who these people are and researching that school is going to be so much better for you than just going out there and saying, look, I need to get a job and this is the fastest way I can provide for my family and it looks fantastic. Go out there.
That's fine.
No.
Just do it right.
Just got to do it.
Do your due diligence and be aware. And it's so funny. The Bible, if like people say, oh, it's just a book, it's just history, it's just a bunch of stories. But you read stuff like this in Proverbs and it's like a guideline for your life because that application came, 2000 years ago, or more. And you can apply that now in 2026. And people have been applied those kinds of Proverbs to their life so that they can better their life and, go through life with these kinds of, lessons. So the Bible is full of things like that, where it teaches you, hey, you know what, maybe I should, read this verse and apply that to my life because 100%. It applies to you right now.
100% in business and personal and spiritual life. It's who are these people? Everybody does it this way,
right?
These are BS meter light ups, right? Just sign here.
Oh, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite. Just sign here.
Just pay the fee. We'll take care of everything. It's going to be great. We guarantee you a job.
If you sign right here, your wildest dreams will come true.
Vote for Summer.
Vote for Pedro.
So you got to do, because some of these people are under review. I mean, that's part of the thing with like hiring drivers or 3PLs too. Hey, I use a driver. They're conditionally qualified. What does that mean?
Right.
It means they're qualified, but if you use them and they make a mistake, you're going to lose a nuclear verdict.
Right.
Well, no, they should be qualified or not.
Yeah, that's it. It's qualification. You do it right or you don't.
Yeah, it's really. Now look, owner operators, small fleets, they got the same problem. Freaking problem.
It's the same problem.
If you're an owner operator and recruiter and so on and so forth, you got to understand what is going on. The FMCSA, who are we recruiting? Where do these drivers come from? What school do they come from? Is it a qualified school? Right?
Mm-hmm. What
These
kind
are
of changes?
really important
Well, what kind of
things.
changes need to happen? Like, is there the what kind of changes need to happen to better that industry or that side of the industry?
Well, first of
In your
all,
opinion,
in my opinion, there
yeah,
needs to be certification. There needs to be
a real certification
real
where they
certification,
go and
and
they
they need
inspect.
and accreditation, and they need to be inspected.
Yeah, there needs to be more strict rules governing that.
Barriers to entry. I scream about it all the time. Barriers to entry. There's barriers to entry in a lot of different professions,
Sure.
architecture, real estate,
Oh yeah,
stuff like that, right?
got to pass the bar.
Yeah, that you got to pass the bar, right? All that type of stuff. And in many of them, it's only there as a barrier to entry so that money is exchanges hands, period. This is one where we actually have to have it.
Yeah. Well, what does a doctor have to do, right? They go to a 4-year medical school, and they don't practice right away, right? Don't they have to have an intern? They have to
They have to
have
get certified as a
residency. They have
yeah.
to,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
internship, residency,
Sure.
fellowship. I mean, they have to do a lot before they actually, I mean, they become a real doctor. But I'm saying there's still a lot of education and practical applications that they have to go through in order to be a good doctor, to actually know what you're doing. With CDL drivers, you go to school and afterwards, like, I feel like there's also, it's also an accreditation, but there's also like a continuing education that I think, it would behoove them to invest in
Do
themselves.
refreshers.
Yeah. I mean, invest in yourself. That comes with, like Michael, for example, like you want to invest in others and invest in things. That's great. But for your success, you want to invest in yourself. And that doesn't just mean money. It means knowledge and learning. How can I better myself and make myself better in this profession?
100%. And so there's personal responsibility, right? And understanding those things. And many, as you very well and eloquently stated, you can find all those things in the Bible, right? They've been taught to us for thousands of years.
Correct.
If we pay attention to those things and quit arguing over stupidity.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a reason why Jesus had parables.
Yeah, exactly.
There's life lessons.
Yeah, life lessons, actual things that actually work. They're for real. And you'll find a lot of blessings there. But it also then is barrier to entries. And one of those barriers to entry isn't looking to our parents or the government for more regulation, right? Because, I mean, be careful of what you ask for, right? I mean, you talk about the Israelites going, hey, man, we want kings. Not the wisest move on the planet.
No, it wasn't.
Right? You go back and
we
read
all know
that.
how that turned out.
I'm not going over it because,
yeah,
there's
a whole 2 episodes there.
There's some long reading there. But suffice it to say, be careful what you wish for and take responsibility for yourself. The industry as a whole is what I'm talking about, right? You said what are some of the things? Barriers to entries, right? So we can set up some of those legislations.
Sure.
Okay. But if the trucking companies, the carriers that are coming out and hiring, right? And those that are putting the money up for owner operators, right? That are giving them that investment to start their own companies, et cetera, did some investigation and said, okay, what school did you go to? Is this a good school?
Yeah.
They understand the curriculum. They know what they were. Was it one of those 4-week, hey, give me $3,000 and we'll bribe somebody for the other 2?
Did you see it on Channel 4 News around Judge Judy?
Exactly. Have you gone to that school? Have you established a relationship with that school? Have you done these type of things as carriers, the big carriers and the small carriers, right? That's you can help fix this.
Well, even job placement, like when you start building a reputation, like these drivers are getting job placement in some of these more in these lucrative positions in the industry.
Yeah,
and that's when you kind of start seeing, okay, where'd you go to school? Like, oh, I went to school to this driver school. Okay, and that's how these schools build reputation on the kind of quality program that they're running, right?
Yeah,
and until a school really does that or establish, that kind of authority in the industry. It's up to you to question, well, let me see how good they are. You know what I mean? Let's see how good that school is and the instructors. Look at the instructors. What's your background? What's your education? How long have you been in the industry? Oh, I've only been driving for 3 years, but now I'm an instructor. Well, that kind of raises a red flag. So you're saying you've only been in the industry for 3 years, but now you're an instructor at the CDL school. Maybe this isn't the right school for me. I don't know. I guess everybody deserves a chance, but I don't know. That's where I would draw the line. I mean, I would do my research. If I'm going to pay all that money,
you got to do.
I want to know,
research.
hey, like, does this guy, who's the instructor? So and so's the instructor. Okay, cool, man. Let me ask you, like, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah,
This is my 3rd year. Okay, cool. How long did you drive trucks before that? Oh, I only drove trucks 1 year, and then they made me an instructor. Like, I'm out. I'm out.
I was so good as a student that they just
Yeah,
made me instructor
I'm out.
right off the bat.
Those are the red flags that you should look for.
There's a lot of red
Because that's on
flags.
you. Like, seriously, if that stuff gets by you, there's no excuse for that, man. Then you should have caught that
I'm 100% with you.
as a driver.
Listen, we got this thing called the Truckheads Guide. We're gonna do it right here.
I like that.
It's the new thing. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Truckheads Guide for those looking to be a new CDL driver. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. Let's
Where's
do
the
it.
button? Hit the button. Not that button, the other one. There it is. Woo-hoo!
Thank you to our live studio audience for joining us. You're
I
about
love
to
how
hear.
they wait until you hit the right button.
You're
too.
about to hear it.
It's also like you hit the button and the band starts playing, right? Because you hit like band.
Not
band.
that button.
No, the other button.
Oh my god.
Button. Who's got the button?
No one will ever question
buying,
our production value.
Am I buying training or am I buying credentials? That's important, right?
That's very
As
important.
a driver.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to buy the training. You want to know what's going on, right? Don't get duped into this crap that I can get certified within a week.
That's
4
the problem.
weeks or what it happens to be, right?
4 weeks for only $5,000. You can start earning money now.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
test.
Because they're going to put $1,000 in their pocket and bribe somebody else $4,000.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So if they pitch how quickly they can get you through this program and make you money, you might want to step back a little bit.
Exactly. So you're starting to look, what can I do with my life? And you come to the situation, I'm going to be a CDL driver. So you start searching, where are the CDL schools, right?
Google. And then these
You're
pop up.
Googling and it starts
Whoever paid the most money for SEO that goes to the top.
Right. That's exactly right, man. Some of the best ones aren't doing that crap,
No.
right? They're not the shysters out there trying to just advertise and get your stuff out there. Independently check the providers. Have you? Did you check more than one or two? Did you just look at the things that went 8,000, 3,000, 7,000, 6,000, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, 7? I can get a CDL for $500 in the next half hour. That's me.
How about you start with just the basics of check the FMCSA, check to see if they've been removed. Have they been removed from the registry list at least? Start there. And if they have, you probably should not go to school there.
You shouldn't, because if they're been removed, you're guaranteed you're screwed, right? Or if they're not registered,
you're guaranteed because
guaranteed.
they're removed for a reason.
They're removed. Yeah, they're removed for. But here's the other thing: even if they're on a registry,
still,
there's a good chance you're going to get screwed anyway.
Still good, yeah. If you don't do your due diligence.
If you don't do your due diligence,
Right.
so you got to look at it, right?
Number 3, am I learning why or only learning what?
So what do you mean by that?
Well, you might learn all the procedures and you memorize them, but do you know what happens if there is a problem with one of the procedures? How do you fix it? How do you rectify it?
Yeah.
So you might learn, okay, well, now what? What do I do with that information? How do I fix it? If you don't learn that part, then you've only learned half of the information.
Yeah, 100%. Like you may not, well, I did a pre-trip yesterday. Why is it so important to do it again? Oh, there's a little bit of an air leak, but it's just a little one. It's just an air leak. Who cares?
Or there is an air leak. What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do now? And why? Why should I do it? Why should I be worried about that? What kind of things can actually make that happen?
My brakes aren't working. They'll rectify themselves.
Yeah,
I just have to push the pedal harder.
Do these people keep calling you back and offering you shortcuts? We can get that done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We can get that done in, I can name that tune in one note.
Yep. Nope. Shortcuts.
Yeah, no. Bad stuff.
Sure. I mean, come on, guys. You've learned this since you were in high school, middle school, elementary school. Taking a shortcut isn't always the best route. Actually, most of the time, that's going to give you more grief.
You love your son, right?
I love my boys.
You love your boys. Would you be comfortable sending them to that school?
Yes.
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
It's a great question. And if you're running that school, do you wish every driver came out of your school? Because then they'd be driving around your family would be safe.
Exactly. You're on the road with these people and you're putting them out there on the road. That's a pretty deep philosophical question for yourself.
It really is. And we can wrap this up for the carriers and those that are going to be hiring these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to make you money or cost you money? Have you done your diligence from the school that they're coming from? Maybe you should have an affiliation with a school.
Yep.
Or at least maybe it's not an official one that you want to put your reputation on because of insurance reasons and money reasons and all those earthly reasons, but are they doing the right thing? Are they respecting the laws of ethics and responsibility and morality? Are they actually producing people, or are they just a mill trying to make a ton of money, and therefore you can keep up with your 120% turnover rate because you don't care about your drivers? Change your ways.
Back to what you said, that really should be the standard, y'all, is would you feel comfortable putting my family next to that truck on the road? That's
100%.
That's the standard. You should probably put that in your truck.
100%.
I have that on my truck, in my 4Runner. I told you.
Oh, you do? Wait a minute. What does it say?
So I have two of them. I have on my headliner, I have a bunch of patches, and on both sides it says, "Remember, you still have to drive this truck home, stupid." Basically saying, I like to go off-roading with my car. We go camping, we go on trails, but don't put yourself in a situation where you can break your vehicle or mess it up or jack it up because you still got to drive home. It's the same thing. You know, would I be safe enough to put this huge 80,000-pound truck and the driver in the truck next to my family going to where I need to be? If the answer is no, then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
You're not doing it right.
You got a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're out on the weekend by yourself and you're going to go out and you're going to do some jet skiing and stuff like that, you make sure your jet ski's ready to go.
Yep.
Right? If you're taking your boat out, you make sure your boat's ready to go.
Right, because you're putting your family in it.
100%. If you're going to get in your car and go on a family trip, you just ignore that tire pressure signal. Right. You ignore that oil pressure light.
You don't ignore it because it's going to bite you in the butt in the long run. Sooner or later, it will catch up.
100%.
Yep.
100%. CDL, potential CDL people, look, do your due diligence. You got to, because you could be in the middle of a school right now and it'll get shut down when you're only 1 week into your 2-week course.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not
and
there.
Then you're really screwed.
Then you're really screwed. Look into it. Look, let me get back to it here. Let me get back to the very, very beginning of what we're talking about here, my friends. Okay? Proverbs 18:15. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Proverbs 14:15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
So in layman's terms is, you either get the information, and it's your job to decipher that information and to make your judgment call on what you do with that knowledge. Basically, it's don't believe everything you see or read or hear. It's your job and your responsibility to determine what is correct and what is not correct. That's what it comes down to. Because ultimately, like I told Michael earlier, is your job is to make that discernment. No one's going to walk you through it. No one's going to hold your hand. You have to advocate for yourself because you're not a child anymore. So you can play the blame game all you want, but ultimately it falls on your shoulders. No one's going to walk you through it.
Yeah, your choices.
It's your choice.
Your choices are going to make this happen. They're going to make it better or not. And those professional drivers that are already out there and the people driving on the road, they're counting on you to make the right choices.
Yep.
Learn, get wisdom, get knowledge. Don't take the shortcuts. Yep. They're never good.
A lot of people, if you get scammed or someone scams you on an email and everything, I mean, that sucks. Sometimes they'll catch you sleeping, but ultimately it's kind of your fault.
It is.
Right? If I get this really weird email and says click here, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna click there, and then all of a sudden now I have malware on my computer or a virus, or they stole all my information. Yes, shame on them for doing that, but ultimately I clicked that link, and I should know better at this point. It's 2026. I know better than to click on links from an unknown sender in an email. Again, that comes down to, like, it was my responsibility to do my diligence and to make a discernment of what that information was in front of me.
Amen. That's Truckheads, bro.
Truckheads.
Truckheads. Drivers, I want to hear from you guys about what you think about what we're talking about here. Because, I mean, I go out there and we go out there and we talk to you guys. And we're about to go out there and hit the roads and see who we can talk to here really quickly about these subjects. But let us know what you think, man, because I'm hearing it from you all the time.
Yep, and I love it.
Get the unqualified off the roads. Make sure they're being taught correctly in the schools.
Once again, thank you for joining us on Truckheads. I am Captain Hoptastic, and this is The Dude. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Hit the applause. There they are. They
Thanks,
fell
guys.
asleep.
Thank you.
They
You
fell asleep.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. Hey,
We'll see you
have
guys
a
next
nice
time.
nap.
See you next
Right
week.
on. Peace.
Via Condio's Truckheads.